his soul even though his body is owned. And I want you to understand this concept of enslavement and slavery is a humiliating and degrading word. When you say to someone you're a slave, and ta'abd, when someone is owned, there is no humiliation on the face of the earth that is experienced like it, because it is a usurpation of your power. Everything that you want to decide for yourself is not yours. You don't choose when you eat, when you sleep, when you bathe, when you go to the bathroom. You can't choose who you marry, how many children you have, what your children will do and where they will go and who will be their master. The power, the concept of enslavement is that all power is taken from you. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala uses that word to describe the Prophet ﷺ on this most glorious day. Subhanalladhi asra bi'abdihi. Glorified, exalted without blemish is He, the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who took on a night journey His slave. And there's no sugarcoating that word. You know, you read in translations His servant, His bondsman. It's His slave. Abdullahi wa Rasuluh sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But see, there's a very technical reason we say abd. See, when you refer yourself to Allah, you don't lose your rights, you gain Allah's power. And I want you to understand this concept. As a slave to anything in the dunya, to your wealth, to your job, to your wife, to your husband, to a person who owns you, to the debt that has broken you, to the riba that subjugates you, you become abd, you become humiliated and denigrated. But when you become an abd to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the power of Allah becomes at your service. As the Prophet ﷺ says in the hadith in the Sahih, that Allah becomes the eye you see with, the hand you strike with, the feet you walk with, the ears you hear with. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His power becomes at your service. By you being a slave to Allah, you are carried by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. While being a slave to the dunya and anything in it, it buries you in it. You're humiliated by it. And therefore the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in those